Hello, and thank you for accessing the Stress Management Mindfulness Workshop. Today we're going to discuss the means and meanings of stress and how to manage that through mindfulness. We often use the words "I'm stressed" casually in our daily conversations, with not enough acknowledgement of the harmful effects of stress in our lives. Evidence suggests that we should be more concerned with our stress levels than what we actually are. Stress among adults is on a rise at an alarming rate, and this is according to a 2019 Stress in America survey. This means that more people are walking around with elevated stress levels and also the stress hormone cortisol being elevated as well, which is associated with most diseases, including depression, diabetes, and cancer. We want to be able to identify how do you recognize what stress you have in your life as a student. We're going to look at different methods and ways for you to identify stress and also to make sure that you understand how to combat it. So let's go over what stress is. Stress is situations, activities, and relationships that cause trauma to one's physical, emotional, or psychological self. Moderate levels of stress may actually be able to improve performance and efficiency. So not all stress is bad. Too little stress may result in boredom. Too much stress will cause an unproductive anxiety level. You'll need to know and take time to identify what can cause stress as a student and what stress can look like in our lives so you can gauge your stress level and know if you need to begin managing that stress. How do you identify stress? Here are some symptoms and examples of what you may experience while you're stressed. Physical signs can be weight gain or weight loss, unexpected hair loss, heart palpitations, high blood pressure. Some of the emotional signs that you may see are going to be quick agitation. You may become easily annoyed or irritable, a racing mind that is difficult to quiet. You may even get overpowering feelings or loss of control or need to take control. You may have an inability to simply just relax. Feelings of loneliness, unimportantness, or even depression may occur. And also you may start to avoid others and maybe avoid your peers and classmates. It's very important that you be able to identify things that may cause stress for you. You may be asking yourself, how do I recognize stress in my life, especially as a student? Here are some examples of what can cause stress as a student. Exams definitely can cause a stressful situation for you. Deadlines. You are given deadlines for completion of your work during your time at school, so that may cause stress. Returning to a program or your program of study after you've been out of school for a long period of time. We have students that have been, out of school for maybe years and are coming back to restart their program and their progress. That can be very stressful. You may also experience pressure with combining paid work, so your full-time job or part-time job, with you starting studying and becoming involved with your assignments and group work. You may have difficulty in organizing your schoolwork, and that can cause some stress. Poor time management, that can definitely cause a lot of stress. It is actually a common thing, unfortunately, with students, but we can definitely have some, things looked into when we talk about resolution to that. Leaving assignments to the last minute, and also out of control debts and expenses. These are all things that can happen like as a student. That may cause you some stress that you'll want to just make sure that you are identifying. You may ask yourself, how can innovation ingenuity, or productivity thrive under those circumstances? While there may be many systematic issues that need to be addressed, there are some things we can all do just to start taking better care of ourselves. We can manage our stress. Managing our stress is one of the most important things that we'll need to do in order to make sure that we are able to move forward throughout this process of education. And so one of the most popular meditation techniques that you can use is called mindfulness. Mindfulness has two parts. It's attention and acceptance. Now, the attention piece is going to be just about you tuning into your experiences, focusing on what's happening in that present moment, and just making sure that you are directly aware of what's going on. This kind of practice involves you basically doing breathing techniques. You are going to just take in the awareness in breath and your thoughts and physical sensations in your body, and just any of the physical or mental things that you're experiencing. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically breathe those in and exhale them out. Instead of responding or reacting to those thoughts and feelings, you aim to just note them. So take note and make sure that you acknowledge them and then let them go. Psychologically, scientists have found that mindfulness influences two different stress pathways in the brain. It's charging the brain structures and actively associated with the regions of attention and regulation. So that means that when you do these mindfulness and stress relieving exercises, it just affects your mind in different modes. In your success planner, you'll find steps and tips to help you practice mindfulness. We did list a few mindfulness techniques that you can utilize. For example, we have the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. We also have the body scan technique, mindful breathing, and then finally mental exercises. One of the most common ones that is used and can be used pretty much anywhere is going to be mindful breathing. Mindful breathing is an exercise that's listed in your planner, and we will want to make sure that you have some type of practice with using it. So with mindful breathing, all it is like I mentioned before, taking in your problem. So you're going to take a moment to hold the stressful event in your mind. You're going to identify who's involved, identify what's happening and what's causing the stress. Then, once you have that in your mind, you'll allow yourself to practice the 3-minute breathing in any space that's going to make you feel comfortable, whether it be on the couch, sitting at your desk, taking a minute in the bathroom at work, whatever it may be. You're going to just take at least 3 minutes to make sure that you are able to practice the mindful breathing. Right now, what we're going to do is just do a sample of what mindful breathing would look like. So, taking that moment, you're going to take a deep breath in. Think about the things that you are needing to relieve your stress on. And then you're going to breathe out. And then continue breathing in, deep breaths, and breathing out. This way, it'll allow you to get things clearly thought through and hopefully push those stressful things out. I'll let you go ahead and try it on your own. All right, let's see how we can do a 3-minute breathing exercise. I'm going to show you how it's done. Then we'll do it together, and then you can do it on your own. First, find a comfortable spot. Second, you're going to think of the stressful things that may be coming in and causing you the anxiety. So take a moment to do that. Think about who's involved, what's causing the stress. Put that all in your mind. Now, just breathe. Breathe in who's involved, what's causing you the stress, and breathe out that information. Breathe in and breathe out. Now you do it. There you go. Breathe in and out. Keep in mind that stressful situation or even situations as you breathe it in and let them go. All right, so now take 3 minutes and do your breathing exercise. Allow yourself the time, as many times as you need to, so that way you can be able to help relieve some of these stressful situations and things that you may come across as a student. How did it go? I know you are taking the time just to relax, breathe in and breathe out that stress. Did you become more aware of your thoughts? How about did your attitude change? Were you able to focus more? Sometimes just simply breathing can help. I know a lot of times students don't think. Just taking a moment to yourself, whether it be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and just breathing. It allows you to be able to, collect yourself, get yourself back into a mode where you can function. And you're able to do that as many times as you need to throughout your day. So don't limit yourself to doing these things. If you ever have any questions about mindfulness or any other techniques that you want to practice, feel free to stop by the student counseling area, and we will be able to help you with finding different methods and ways to help deal with your stress and your anxiety.